if you make it known that your stance is that you care about social housing, for example, you truly believe that as a fundamental right and a need that everyone should have some sort of roof over their head, and it shouldn't be like shitty quality. You shouldn't let them, you know, sit and rot and fester. Like, it should be okay social housing, you know, like that's a belief of yours. But as soon as you put that stance out there, the assumption immediately is, well, it sounds like you have to work hard. It sounds like you better put your head down and save up, just like I did and my son did when he bought his house and he was only 17. Like, it's like all that shit. You're like, like, I'm okay, thanks.
Yeah, calm down. It's not for me.
Yeah.
I just worry about other people. It's
yeah.
And then you did two great TikToks. I think they're both in the last 24 hours. The one on Right to Buy, which is just the complete fucking quagmire of shit, which people don't understand.
Yeah.
And then the argument with yourself in the car, which was just the thing of, it's such an alien concept to give a shit about other people. Like, I always think there's a few things I think you need to have been through to understand them. So you need to have been really, really cold once, like really fucking cold, like to your bone, and then you understand what cold is. You know, oh, fuck, that's horrible. And kind of like, oh, you've been really hot and you don't really like that. And being skint is an important learning thing.
Sure. Yeah. And
I remember my first flat, which is going to sound ludicrous to anybody under 25 now. This isn't me moaning. I'm well aware. Before anybody, so it's 50 quid, which, mate, you wouldn't get anything for that now. It was 50 quid a week.
Right.
There was two different types of carpet in the front rooms. There was one in the middle and a different one around the outside.
Sounds cool.
It came furnished, so it had wicker furniture, and all the cushions used to slide out from under you when you sat on them.
Right.
It came with a bed that looked like a torture thing from like the 16th century. And it came with a radio, and then, like, everything else I had to get on catalogue and everything else. And I was always fucking skint, like trying to see how many microwave chips you can get for a quid, or whatever. Yeah. But trying to get, I always think, with the judgment of how poor you are is, if you ever been to a shop with £1 and you need 2 meals, then you know how skint you are. You're like, yeah. This is lunch and dinner, right? What the fuck am I going to put in my face?
egg and crust sandwich, 2 ketchup sachets. Yeah.
Yeah. Pasta and ketchup is a meal.
Yeah.
That's a meal.
I think I've got some Nurofen at home. That'll be dessert. Great. Yeah.
It's got a sugary coating. I can just lick it off. If I don't take the Nurofen, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right. I kind of think they're really important, hopefully, to kind of teach you, like, you don't want anyone else. There's nothing to learn. You don't need other people to do it. You'll tell them. They'll go, have you ever been poor? Yes, it's shit. You don't want to do that. Really, but
that's like, you're cutting right down the line there of, like, this is what fascinates me is, so for you and me and anyone else that, let's say, has gone through a real period of hardship, and I count myself in that boat, because when I'll talk about this in a minute, but basically, if you've gone through that sort of experience, you, me, and people like us would get into this mindset. They'd be like, well, I know what it's like to be really fucking broke and to not have any support there, and not to have family money, and to not have a well-paid job, and to have basically no prospects and no margin of change to be able to change my situation, and to feel pretty hopeless and embarrassed by it. And I don't want anyone else to have to feel like that. And it's not necessary, because I know if we're spending millions of pounds on a new Prince Philip boat, then maybe we could spend millions of pounds on just improving people's situation and giving them a bit of a leg up, right? But that is this half of people. The other half of people, they come out with shit like this. They go, yeah, well, I was really fucking broke, and yeah, it wasn't easy, but I got myself out of it. So now you crack on with your misery. Like, you know, it's...
You go through it as well. Why? Just fucking tell them. Say it's shit. It's fine. They'll get it. It's not that hard to understand.
But it's a weird psychological, like, mechanism where it's like, so if I support this other person to get up and out of their misery, then that somehow means that my misery was not worthwhile. It's lost its, like, credence. Like, I think that's the transaction that's taking place. But how you convince somebody that fucking dumb and non-empathetic that that the issue is with them in their brain, I don't know. I suspect that conversation would be very short, and they'd probably just punch you in the face.